Mark. Left. 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 Right. 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 Left. 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 Forward. Mark. Left.
Good morning. All you better say, get that bulldog.
Get that bulldog.
Get that bulldog.
Get that bulldog. Get him. I want to get him.
I love you, man. If you won't leave, baby. One thing that I found. Yes, ladies in the house. Salute in the house, eh? One woman just don't hold me down.
there was none to be found. Well, there's a group of inventors who I met up with who hope that one day you'll be able to hit a button and print the clothes you want, making your fashion dreams come true.
You may know 3D printing as the burgeoning technology that prints three-dimensional solid objects from a digital file. You can pretty much 3D print anything, like cute orange bowls, pancakes, even little green Buddhas. But what about clothes? Yeah, real shirts and skirts made from actual fibers that are not woven, but 3D printed. That was a mind-blowing concept until now. I hopped a shuttle to San Francisco, California to meet Aaron Rowley, co-founder and CEO of a startup that innovated a way to 3D print fabric material using a device they hand-built called Electrolume.
We were big fans of 3D printing, but we noticed that the limitation of 3D printing was that it's most effective for creating solid goods, and we wanted to create soft goods.
The first step is mixing a proprietary recipe of chemicals that will eventually become teeny tiny nanofibers.
This setup looks questionably legal.
Yeah, questionably legal. We're fortunate to not have to work with anything that's really caustic or really volatile.
Next, Aaron uses an electrical field to transform his liquid mixture into fiber particles.
We use electricity basically to pull on the liquid, and the liquid, as it's being pulled on, then hardens into a fiber. And as you pull that across a gap, let's say inside of a machine, that liquid converts into a fiber as it dries.
So Aaron, here we have an Electrolume rig. Call it a rig, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, rig.
What's happening here?
What's happening here is that we have this centerpiece in here. We call this a mold. So it starts rotating when the machine is on, and in the back there is a bank of nozzles. So as this rotates in front of those nozzles, the nozzles spray or lay down fibers onto the surface of the mold. Over time, it becomes completely covered in the fabric, like this.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And then is that a cylinder?
Yep, it's a cylinder, exactly. So when we take the mold out of the machine, we pull the fabric off of the surface, and then you're left with this.
So this is totally seamless.
Yes, totally seamless.
It's so soft too. It feels like suede. I want a full bodysuit made out of this.
Yeah, we've made a few wearable things, not a dress yet. Skirt though, so we can give you a skirt.
Just keep it in mind.
Okay, nice. The same way it sits.
Electrolume is working on printing 3D shapes using 2D forms sprayed with fibers on both sides and shrinking the printing time.
It will take anywhere from 8 to 14 hours for that to actually spread out and encapsulate the whole mold. So we're experimenting with ways of speeding that process up, but right now it takes a while.
You might be watching thinking Electrolume is great for the garment industry, but Aaron's vision is much bigger than that.
The original concept behind this was not just that it made garments, but that it enabled people to be making garments themselves. And so we wanted the technology in the long run to actually enable people to make things themselves in their own home, in their business.
So in the not too distant future, you could become a fabulous fashionista, 3D printing your own designs with an Electrolume right in your home. Just gonna have to find a lot more closet space because I'll be printing clothes 24/7. Just saying.
After a break, making connections steady because of a woman named Hetty. That and more next on Did I Mention Invention?
Did I Mention Invention? Part of the Dream Team on CBS. We'll be right back.
Do you like chocolate bars?
When I go to a fancy restaurant, I like to order off the menu. Garçon, I say, bring me soup in a can with a Progresso label on it. And he says, no. And I leave. Progresso soup, you simply must taste it.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Dancing is everything.
Soccer is the best.
But her moderate to severe eczema could make it hard for her.
My skin was so itchy and my outfit was uncomfortable. Now, my skin's not as itchy.
Now, we're staying ahead of her eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion, and Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so they can have clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a wonderful thing.
Ask your child's eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal their skin from within.
Time. It's life's most precious commodity, especially when you have metastatic breast cancer. When your time is threatened, it's hard to invest in your future, until now. Younger women are living longer with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor in HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's proven to delay disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Your future is ahead of you, so it's time to make the most of it with Kisqali. Because when you invest in yourself, everyone gets the best of you.
Eric and Rashi are on a mission to rescue, train, and unite deserving dogs with forever homes. Aww. Lucky Dog, part of the Dream Team, weekends on CBS.
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more at ifthencollection.org.
We now return to Did I Mention Invention? Part of the Dream Team on CBS.
Big-time actresses are often smart businesswomen, too. They might come up with a clothing line, sometimes a fragrance brand, or, sit down for this, maybe both. But there's one vintage Hollywood actress who puts the rest of Tinseltown to techie shame. Aside from being one of the biggest movie stars of her day, she was also an accomplished inventor. Without her, your Y may not be phi, and your tooth might not be blue.
Her name was Hedy Lamarr, an Austrian film actress who stormed Hollywood in the 1930s, becoming a huge movie star and working with the likes of Jimmy Stewart, Spencer Tracy, and Clark Gable.
I came here to ask you to marry me.
But there were plenty of brains underneath all that beauty because Hedy's idea provided the foundation for Bluetooth and GPS technology that is everywhere today. From our headquarters at the Henry Ford Museum of American Innovation in Detroit, Michigan, I spoke with author Richard Rhodes, who chronicled this tale in his book, Hedy's Folly, The Life and Breakthrough Inventions of Hedy Lamarr.
Welcome! Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
So Richard, let's get into Hedy's innovation. Now, she was a big film star at the start of World War II. How did the war inspire her?
She was constantly coming up with inventive ideas. In 1940, when Europe was at war but the United States was still neutral, she was aware that there was a real problem with torpedoes at the time. They had no way to be guided once they left a submarine or a surface vessel. So she decided that what she could contribute would be a radio-guided torpedo, which could be launched and guided to its target. But she was also aware that the problem with radio control was that it was easy to jam the signal. Hedy's idea was if the signal could hop around from frequency to frequency and could be synced with the torpedo's receiver, then the signal wouldn't be jammable because no one would be able to keep up with all the changes of frequency.
Hedy Lamarr worked with concert pianist, composer George Antile to create a device that worked much like a player piano, where a moving strip of paper with punch holes dictates which piano keys are played. Their mechanism used a narrow strip of tape with similar holes to quickly hop or change radio frequencies, and it was small enough to fit inside a pocket watch. Lamar's invention never saw the light of day, but a decade later, the Navy needed a way to jam radio transmissions between ships at sea and brought Hetty's idea out of mothballs, using it during a nail-biting moment in American history.
The ships that were on station during the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1961 were equipped with frequency hopping radios.
And Hetty's frequency hopping innovation is literally hopping all around us at this very moment.
Frequency hopping and its kind of more sophisticated successor, which is called spread spectrum, that is used today in Bluetooth, in cell phones, in GPS, and the idea originated with Hedy Lamarr.
Richard, thank you for being with us.
My pleasure, thank you.
In just a moment, the inventors of tomorrow.
Closed captioning provided by.
Do you like chocolate bars?
Welcome back to Did I Mention Invention? The inventors and innovators who will shape our future are all around us. These creative minds often get their first chance to showcase their ideas through school science competitions. They are inventing tomorrow.
What do you think is important for the spirit of an inventor?
Be able to accept defeat. Your first invention's not gonna work. It's not.
So wait, you're saying one shouldn't give up immediately?
No.
Wait a second, I've been doing everything wrong my whole life. And so what project did you end up settling on? What did you make?
You have a garden hose, and you try screwing onto your spigot. It's really hard because it's like rusted, painted, corroded. And so we made an adapter for it, and it can help you screw onto any threaded object in under 2 seconds. And when you screw on, it holds on strong enough that it's leak-proof.
So we wanted to make it easy for pretty much anyone to use, like firefighters or oil and water companies, stuff like that.
Our first idea came for firefighters because it takes them a long time to attach their hose to their fire hydrant, and in that time a building can burn down or people can get hurt. So if you have something that can make that faster, it's better.
Okay, so you said that screws on in 2 seconds.
Yes.
I'm gonna count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and see, just to make sure that this is not false advertising.
Nope.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
And go. 1 Mississippi, 2, oh man. So it just goes bloop.
Yep.
You guys got me. Great work. Have fun out there too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Allie Ward. We'll see you next time on Did I Mention Invention?
Desk, presented by AT&T 5G. AT&T celebrates military veterans and their families.
Hey everyone, I'm Adam Zucker. We have an exciting SEC doubleheader coming your way. In just a few minutes, Heisman hopeful Hendon Hooker in Tennessee hosts Missouri on Rocky Top. The Vols are 5th in the CFP rankings, but remain in a prime position just outside a playoff spot. At 3:30 Eastern, it's teacher versus pupil as 9th-ranked Alabama pays a visit to number 11 Ole Miss. The Rebels remain in the hunt for the SEC West Division title, but must snap a 6-game losing streak to the Tide. Should be a fantastic afternoon, and we'll get you out to Neyland Stadium for the start of the Tigers and the Volunteers right after this.
You have been watching the CBS Sports Desk, presented by AT&T 5G.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance, AT&T, Wheels Up, and by the Home Depot.
'Twas a night at the Home Depot, at every location. A night when our stores see a grand transformation. We bring out the tools you really do need, like snowmen and string lights and plenty of trees. We work through the night preparing our splendor for Black Friday savings all through November. And what you do next is always fantastic, because we have the tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic. A new Equalizer. New episode Sunday on CBS.
College football at its absolute best. It's been a crazy season for Tennessee so far, one that has been above expectations.
What jubilation in Big Orange Country.
Tennessee is still undefeated. But this incredible season at the Rocky Top just hit a roadblock. Hooker going down again, and Hooker slow to get up. What better way to bounce back than Senior Day? Tennessee is led by Heisman hopeful Hendon Hooker. Hooker fires for the end zone, man wide open. That's a Tennessee touchdown. Today, Tennessee faces a scrappy Tiger team that can go down to the wire versus any opponent.
To the house, touchdown Missouri.
The seniors look to lead the Volunteers toward their resurgence versus a resilient Tiger team. Number 5, Tennessee hosts Missouri in Knoxville next. 21 seniors jumped into the deep end of the pool for Josh Heupel, and they are honored today in front of 101,000 of their closest friends. As the Volunteers get set to take on the Missouri Tigers, the Home Depot SEC on CBS comes from you from Rocky Top in Knoxville, Tennessee. So the college football playoff poll, Tennessee wasn't sure where they would fall after their loss to Georgia last week. Maybe 4, maybe 5. Well, they've slipped to number 5, so they have everything ahead of them. Hey everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Rick Neuheisel. We'll hear from Sherry Burris in just a little bit and Gene Steratore a little later on. All right, so give me a little bit of a scope of what both teams are experiencing right now.
Well, both suffered tough losses last week, but their goals are all there still in front of them. Expect a little urgency today. Tennessee trying to impress the committee and Missouri trying to get the bowl eligibility. Yep. No time like the present.
This Tennessee team through 8 games had one of the most prolific offenses in all of college football. 49 points per game, 553 yards per game. They still do, but last week, just 13 points and 289 yards per game. Well, the Home Depot do Project Smarters. They certainly lean on Hendon Hooker.
There's no question. Josh Heupel was smart to give Hendon Hooker the keys to this car. Look at, here he is against arch rival Alabama. He sees Jalen Hyatt split the defenders. He puts the ball right on the money. Last week in Athens, he's got the same receiver. He's got the same route. Georgia gets him maybe a little pressure in his face. He misses it just by a fraction. And in so doing, look for him to recalibrate today here back at Rocky Top.
Yeah, he told us that he self-assessed big time leading up to this game. All right, but how about for Missouri? Kind of a weird year for Missouri with all these close games.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, if you've got small children, make sure they watch how Missouri found ways to lose into 3 of these tough losses. But I promise you, they're going to lean on their defense today. You talk about improvement. Look where they were a year ago. 106th in the country defensively. Today they come in 13th, and they're angry. They're looking to get to postseason.
They're angry, and Eli Drinkwitz just received a contract extension, so they think the world of him in his 3rd season as the head coach of Missouri. Meanwhile, Josh Heupel, well, he feels like he can run his offense the way he wants to here at Tennessee. And they're on a doorstep of something really special. And for more on that, let's go to Sherry Burris.
Well, Tom, here in Neyland Stadium, they already exercised one demon this year, beating Alabama. Because of that win, they had to reinstall the goalposts, but now they are also 1 win away from a perfect season. They haven't accomplished that feat since 2007, and in total, they've had 36 unblemished records here, so they have a chance to accomplish that feat here today. And as Hendon Hooker told us, quote, protecting home ground is sacred to us.
Yeah, I loved that comment, protecting home ground to the Tennessee Volunteers. That was an awesome statement by a leader of this team. All right, so Tennessee will kick off to start today's ball game. Back deep to receive for Missouri is Chris Abrams-Drain. Well, he's one of 2 that are back deep to receive. Luther Burden is the other one, the outstanding freshman from Missouri. Well, here we go. The final home game for the Tennessee Volunteers is underway. And Abrams-Drain will return this one. He's got some yards up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. It's a 12-yard return. Now it's time for Papa John's as we take a look at Brady Cook, the starting quarterback for Missouri. What do you think about him there, Rick?
You know, he reminds me a lot of a young Bo Nix, blessed with all kinds of ability, just yet to get to full consistency. They're going to need him to be consistent today if they expect to win in a raucous environment like this.
Yeah, no 300-yard games for Brady Cook. That's not his style, although they be in the future.
And look for his legs to factor into the game today. He scored 2 touchdowns last week against Kentucky on the ground.
Cody Schrader is the tailback in the backfield. He's the transfer from Truman State. Got a man in motion. They do a lot of motion. That's Burden, the freshman. They throw it underneath. Pass is complete to Lovett, and Lovett is shuttled out of bounds after a gain of 4 yards. All right, so taking a look at the offense, we talked about Cody Schrader. They think they may have given him too many reps, so they'll probably circle him in and out today.
2,000 yards last year, as you mentioned, at Truman State. So that's a Division II school. It's a step up in competition, but he's an outstanding player, and they'd like to get him the ball.
2nd down and 6, the ball at the 30-yard line. In motion is Mookie Cooper for the Tigers. This crowd will be a factor today, even with the rain that has fallen. They hand the ball off to Schrader. And Schrader's dragged down after a gain of 2. Omari Thomas makes the tackle. We got a chance yesterday to talk to Trey Flowers. What a pleasant kid, and he's going to be good on the next level.
And he wants people to realize Tennessee isn't just an offense. there's a defensive heart and soul here on Rocky Top as well. An outstanding player. Fun to find out he's a great baseball player as well.
All right, so third down. This is a key factor for Missouri. They won against South Carolina because they converted on third down. Facing a third down here. 3rd and 4. They need to get to the 36-yard line for a first down. Cook. Pass is knocked away. It's an outstanding defense for Tennessee.
To Marion McDonald right there, just jumping the little slant route. Outstanding play by the Tennessee defender.
Well, there you see, he just cut himself inside.
You can see him kind of grab. Sometimes you get in trouble with that, but he let go so he didn't get the flag, and he gets Tennessee's defense off the field.
All right, so Missouri will kick off. Tennessee allow it to happen. Pretty good punt. And the Volunteers will see if they can get some extra field position. They do inside Missouri territory. We got a flag back inside the 20-yard line. D. Williams with some explosiveness.
Looked like a block in the back there, Tommy. Yeah, great return, but I think it's all for naught.
Yeah, 47-yard punt. And that's a break for Missouri if there is a block in the back. Here's Kyle Olson, the 8th season as a referee in the SEC.
During the kick, illegal block in the back, receiving team, number 40. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down, Tennessee.
Yeah, Caleb Perry just got into the middle there.
That is where every coach now teaches putting your hands in the air.
Time for our Papa John's look at the quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers. The transfer from Virginia Tech. How about him falling into Josh Heupel's lap and turning into a Heisman hopeful?
You can understand if Virginia Tech fans are a little unsettled over the fact that this guy has blossomed as he's blossomed here in Tennessee.
52 touchdown passes. He's 6th all time. He needs 1 to move into the number 5 spot. Man in motion. It's the tight end. Quick toss. Pass is complete. Jacob Warren, and Warren rumbles his way along the sidelines. There's the offense. We got to get to it quick because they do move the football.
Jacob Warren got nicked up last week. I'm sure they're glad to have him back.
Well, he gets a gain of 22 on that play. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Hooker again on a slant, and the ball is knocked away. Excellent defense by Ennis Rakestraw. Now take a look at their defense. Tyron Hopper is an NFL prospect.
There's no question. And he's the transfer from Florida. He's brilliant. He's stout enough to play in the box. He can run from sideline to sideline. You're going to see him on.
Down at 10. First run play for Jabari Small, and he's stopped immediately. Christian Williams, Martell's Manuel, all in the middle for Missouri.
This is a very, very physical front seven. They get vertical. They are going to disrupt the run game. And if this weather gives any problem for a throw game, Tennessee's going to be in for a struggle.
Yeah, it's a loss of 1, so it's 3rd down and 11 from the 30. Hooker looking to throw in the pocket, lofts it. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught at the 32-yard line. Brew McCoy.
When I say recalibrate back on Rocky Top, there you have it. The deep ball is a double move by McCoy. Beautifully thrown ball.
A gain of 38 yards. And we talked about it in the open how he missed last week early, but he doesn't miss often.
No, nice job of putting air under the ball there.
First down and 10 from the 32. Off the play fake. Hooker to throw again. He's got a man. He overthrows his man. Hooker was hit as he let that one fly. Jalen Hyatt.
You can see a hurry right here. Listen, they're going to, when we call these, this is the double move from the play before. Throws it over the outside shoulder.